Next up, no, we have someone from out of town. We're going to put him in here. He's referred to us by Richard Cambridge. Let's hear it for Mike Stanton, the whole way from San Francisco.
What I've been doing is touring around the country. This is, I've been in New York, Philly, DC, Little Rock. I got about Boulder, wherever. And this is the last stop on the tour. I got about 10 minutes here, and I got to do Middle East tomorrow. Anyway, there's this guy in San Francisco. He sits at the end of the cable car turnaround on Market Street, and what he does is he says, he's my friend Kevin, and he said, "How many eggs does it take to make eggnog for Nancy Reagan and Yoko Ono? How many eggs does it take to make eggnog for Nancy Reagan and Yoko Ono?" And my friend Kevin said, "Regan, Drysdale, what's the prospect to my cowboy Colt? Regan, Drysdale, what's the prospect to my Colt cowboy?" And so I said to Kevin, "Wasn't Drysdale a pitcher?" And he goes, yeah, pitched for the Dodgers, banker, Beverly Hillbillies, Colts, Cowboys, sports teams, get it? And so I walked away and I said to myself, politics, money, what's the prospect of competition? Politics, money, what's the prospect of competition? In a land, oh wait a minute, 6 a.m., no baggage to claim, no one to greet, and the cabbie cut me no deal to Grand Central where the homeless wear yellow ribbons on their lapels. In the park, a base hit scores a run, a mother sings arpeggios to her newborn son, bronze bodies baked before the night's begun. Hipsters, hucksters, baton twirling cops, unconscious wrecks, spandex sweats, hose, fishnets, suits, fresh pressed, in a country repressed, suppressed, economically depressed, where the people have no force of redress. Americans have come to expect sex with death without regret. When I was in DC, I took a walk around. I walked up to the White House. I put my face up to the gate, and I said, "In a land of plenty, there are those who eat for free. Club-footed pigeons pecking at rocks, people who know how to scavenge the right spots, workers who work for a meal, cops who offer a hassleless deal, and the heads of state are provided for in hopes they'll hear our appeals. With their bellies so splendid and jowls well attended, America, land of bounty they maintain." So I mentioned the strife, the condition of life, slave wages, shelter's price, or the shootouts at night. Everything is not all right. So let's blame it on the immigrants who work so hard to remain poor. We'll blame it on environmental agents who attempt to prevent industry from befouling this world more, but it's not the fault of taxation that separates rich from poor, or CPAs who put zeros at the bottom of IRS forms and launder the drug money our president has sworn will never wash upon these shores. Because he flies it in. A necessary sin to create crime and dependence, which is where the military and police join in. It's only a game. Tables so lavish, only a fool could complain. Forget about the banks and savings and loans. Who could kill the unborn? Gas is still cheap. Give thanks for Operation Desert Storm. And then I spit on the lawn. Yeah. This situation, and part of the reason why I almost split at about 9 o'clock. But the reason why I hung out was probably because, I don't even know your name, man, but he stopped me, told me not to. And this kind of reminds me of the Albion, where I run a Circle Arts open mic in San Francisco. It's on the 16th. Anybody who ever comes out, drop by the Albion, 16th in Valencia. We'll put you up. Anyway, so this reminds me of this. Good feel, good people. Anyway, so this is my Albion poem. Thought I'd do it for you. On the TV, there is a tribute to the automobile, the assembly line, the American way of life. The bartender screams for Bob, he screams, and Trey buys around to shots for the house. Trey flies the bird, every mouth is smoking, every beer is flowing, every friend is shaking hands. This is about some bars. I imagine you guys have been in these bars. I've played some places that people haven't been to these places. It's called diving. Watch this, see if I won't move. Diving is grabbing a friend and going someplace to talk to a guy who smells like urine about James Brown. It's shooting pool where the working girls warm up. It's going places because there's no place else to go and getting locked in. It's asking the man you've been talking to if he wants to shoot a game of pool, and he tells you he hasn't shot pool since he was shot over a game, then killed the guy who shot him, took out 3 more in prison, and became a point man in Vietnam. It's a roommate who drags her ass out of bed at 5:30 in the morning to have a drink with Bear and his old lady. It's shooting pool in a room where everyone is armed, and the underage girl knows how to sit on the table, and the old lady's chest is bare except for the unzipped coat. $1.50 beer, laughing at how the bartender moves so slow, worrying about his habit, contemplating a score. It's a place that has a sign on the door that it's under surveillance. It's a place without windows. It's a place getting to and from our problem. It's a safe place. It's not shooting pool. Talking about Aretha Franklin singing in the church choir, being invited back, being invited to shoot pool, being invited to play dominoes. It's a woman with 3 children fathered by white men asking you to cheat on your girlfriend. It's Saturday afternoon and nobody's home. It's Sunday morning and a game's on. It's lulling a visitor into a false sense of security. It's a $1.50 shot in a beer after you miss the last bus home. It's a handshake that won't let go while asking you if you have a home. It's the only circular bar in town with a mural showing the Flood Building as the tallest building in town. It's where the bartender pours a shot of Fernet brandy and a screwdriver for the newspaper mechanic without asking him what he wants. It's 10:21 in the morning. It's Lenny behind the bar and women slalom skiing on TV. It's Coops, Cripps, Woosters, Zeeks, Tims, Russes, Winstons, Eds, Jims, Vinces, Boomers, Bills, Millans, Fosters, Freds, Mashes, Durfs, Gregs, Jerrys, Georges, Doves, Larrys, Andersons, Johns, Mateers, Leo Seniors, Leo Juniors, Butchers, O'Briens, Nolans, Toms, Roberts, and Nels, retired name tags stapled to a post. It's reading tomorrow's paper at 2 a.m. It's putting quarters in the jukebox to drown out an argument. It's where the cops drop by at 11:30 in full uniform just to see what's going on. It's where there's never any trouble, and if there is, we'll take care of it. It's 25-cent pool, shooting up in the bathroom and payphones. It's Spanish. It's being thought you're a cop. It's respect. Drinking beer and shooting pool. It's not being smart. It's being face value and taking face value. Now, there's a place, a bar. I was looking for one of those places one day along the pier, and there's this little grotto kind of a thing. And they had good beers, and they had a jazz band on the pier, and it was just a cool place. Free music, good beer, cheap beer, except it had all the financial district heads down there on the Friday afternoon. I flat out loved the place, except for all the people who were there. And so this is what it was all about. There's a man, jazz man, smoking a corncob pipe, speaking sticks and skins, and time flows from the lung while the fingers slap a tick-tock. The flow unrestrained, let go, pours from the soul. They're catalysts to improve the flow, but this we already know to be foolishness enlivens me. No chance to fit into it, so just get into it. Tap the vein, the sound, the people, the feeling begins to flow. A script unreadable, I already know. Never enough gigs and never enough time. Gotta spit it out, practice not to run with the time without getting left behind. Solo mio. Y'all ready? People in the paper like to pretend that they have the knowledge, they have the friends because the work, the words stand on their own, but they know who they've blown, incestuous little simps. Everybody there just a little too cool to applaud how important they must be. Everybody there was just a lot better than me. The fuel I need to survive and time to let the page heal, let the page dry. Listen to the gulls shriek as they fly by Pier 23. Mike Stanton, I'm going to be at the Middle East Cafe tomorrow. Anybody wants some books, now's the time to get it because I'm out of town Friday morning. Thank you.
They're wild out there, ain't they?
Oh, yeah.